The people that were saying that were people that were chasing me, and I was saying no.
So they tried
So
to.
it
was pains.
I didn't even know.
It was pains.
Pains. I didn't even know.
Were those people?
So when he said that, later I got to know, okay, these are the people.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Then he also got to know that, okay, they were chasing this girl, and this girl was saying no. And it's not catch him there. This is what's happened. So if I had given myself to him,
you would have believed it.
Okay, Obo ghost him.
Welcome back from that break. We're still talking about sex on the first night. And I'm in the studios with Miss Shanzi and Her Excellency, the Sia. Let's go back to our conversation. Sia has been talking about love thing, and me, I'm confused, like a little bit confused about it. But I want to know, what advice would you give to someone who is worried about the choices or being judged because they had sex on the first? Let's not generalize this, because men also do sex on first night, and people see them to be cheap. So let's not make it look like it's only women.
It's
but this is girls arena. But we're still talking about this on the balance of women. So what advice, Shanzi, would you give someone who is worried that they would be judged on sleeping with someone for the first time?
They will be judged by who? Yeah. The man or who?
Yeah, the man or society.
The society.
But if you have sex, society,
men like to have conversation with themselves, with friends after they have had something to do with a woman. So we have women who are going through that issues, that probably she had sex with someone on the first day. She liked or she was in love with the person, but one fat. Then the guy is rather speaking about it to other people. So she doesn't know how she could continue something like that.
So I even know one boy. It's also quite be minded.
Like I said,
you've done it for the first time, and then help you want to do it again. What's your problem? What do
you should learn from it.
What's your problem? What do you want in life? You've done it for the first time. It didn't help you. Learn something from it and then continue. You know, this is where you have to understand that the kind of men you involve yourself with is also something that you have to factor.
Okay.
Because there are some men that when I'm on that.
Don't go for saying one and one.
Really?
Hey.
But you see,
because when you pekasa bebre, okasa bebre, those people, be careful. Pekasa pide. Be careful.
Okay.
So but those who don't like talking to, they are even worse.
Some people,
some men who don't like talking to, they are even worse.
So you just have to know how to play your cards very well.
Okay.
That is what I'm saying there. I mean, to me, to be awful. But can't everything I fight. But I mean, the so come on, could say, can be awful. In the main value now we used to have. No,
she come back.
We should get it back.
Okay.
Now you have women jumping over people's DM, being over men everywhere. I mean,
it's another thing altogether. It's another thing altogether.
So you know, this value we have. This dignity
we have.
If you want this respect,
it should come
this
back.
is our respect too. But now we are giving it away like giveaway. Get it today take away.
It has become a normal do.
I don't worry
because it has become a normal do.
You understand?
But sex is not a normal thing like that too.
That is what Gen Z and Gen Alpha for work.
Sex is not normal like that too.
So me who there here, the men yamano. Sanka,
we'll bring it back.
You know, let me use this as, an example. It's my own story.
Okay.
So a man came to me professing love, and then when he came around, I don't know why, but I was leaned back.
Okay.
And then he looked so serious. So I said, okay, let me see if it's truly, And then we started something. So anytime he invites me home, he wants to, be touchy and all that.
Those kind of things with you.
And then I'm like, oh no. So there was this time that I had to pass the night over at his place. And then he tried to, have sex
Again.
with me. And then I said no. I'm the man in the yard. But I'm dead. So I said no. I declined.
Okay.
And then I later got to know that all this while, when he was trying to, get me to bed and all that, he wanted to have sex with me because people had told him that
cheap.
I am cheap, that he can get me.
At any time.
As simple like that.
As simple as that he can get me. So he wanted to know. So he was he made every effort. We were dating.
Wow.
But I didn't allow him. And then he came to confess. And then he was like, oh, this is what I heard. This is what my friends told me. So I was trying to see if it was true.
Some friends we walk around with.
People who don't even,
people who don't even know you.
Let me say this. The people that were saying that were people that were chasing me and I was saying no.
So they tried
So
to.
it
was pains.
I didn't even know.
It was pains.
Pains. I didn't even know.
Were those people.
So when he said that, later I got to know, okay, these are the people.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Then he also got to know that, okay, they were chasing this girl and this girl was saying no. And it's not catch them there. This is what's happened. So if I had given myself to
You
him,
would have believed it.
Obo goes to him. But when I didn't do it, we dated for 4 years.
That's good.
He loved me like he loved me.
That's good.
He loved me.
That's good.
Like with all his heart. Men can have sex on the first date.
Oh, you're born.
Or but I wouldn't know. Oh, yeah. But obiana any intentions.
Ordinary.
You never know. Men are very secretive, and how they will come, you will not know what they have in mind. So if you allow yourself all the time,
it will be another thing altogether.
Now there be a first date. Now the woman first now can be who sex don't should I but now the woman are even giving it out like
they're just giving nothing. It like
it is so say it are normal. You say it are normal. It is here we have nothing to offer because I don't know what the mind they offer. No, is there the watching?
To me,
we have nothing to offer.
To me, sex actually is a big deal for me. It's really a big deal for me.
It is a big deal. Sex is not just simple.
Women give sex with emotions, but as a sister and guess when you emotion build, they're just giving that thing. Just like they are giving it like that. There's no emotion. But I want to find out something. You see, sometimes you might go to the club and then you get to meet this fine gentleman. His dressing is nice. He smells good. Me, the smell is what has been getting to me. He smells good. He has nice dentures. And then you vibe. Both of you would leave the place and go and have sex. After, you, the woman, would not want to even bother yourself about him again. Because you don't even know him. You just wanted to have sex. Can we consider that as lust or infatuation? I won't call it love.
No, that one is not love.
That can never be infatuation.
But can that love, that thing that happened, lead to something better? Lead to a potential relationship? Because I've heard people say, "Oh, I met my husband in the club." I met my husband
like what Shansi said. Ni na ye ni pako na adwena okita or the on your ordinary mumpo banala adamaji. But adwena okita.
That's the first thing. Ni pako na club.
Yeah. You drank few.
No, the first thing. No. The first thing is even off. You met the person in the club.
No, listen. I know somebody. Dabio. Chancy, minimum be we show the club.
I know, but how many men will settle for that?
That one 30%.
Tell me.
But don't we have men that have married women they met
in the
have,
club, and they allow them to have sex with them the same day without even knowing them or anything, and they married?
And I'm sure from the door.
Maybe I should only be too much.
But you know something, Brown.
I feel that there are men that have met women, or women that have met men in the club.
No. What I'm saying is that women do. I met one guy that I dated for a very long time in the club.
Okay, and it was a good relationship.
It was a good relationship. Okay. I'm not saying going to the club is bad. I'm not going to call a club, but meeting somebody in the club, having sex with the person the same day. I don't know if it was transactional.
No.
Okay.
The chemistry,
if it's not transactional,
you guys vibed,
and then you went to have sex that very same day. Ask yourself,
No.
how many men will settle for that?
No.
Let's be so real to ourselves.
Oh, yes.
How many men?
Not a lot. But you see, sometimes, is it there that some months later, the guy could remember you? or you can
and take you so serious.
Serious. It's not
It's
possible.
so
Has it never
serious.
happened
It's not
before?
possible.
Hey.
It's not.
Hey.
So
It has never happened
no,
before.
they met in the club and then they exchange contacts and then relationship started.
It can get to a point where maybe they can
It's different.
keep their contact, be talking, meeting, and
That one
still
is
be
different,
having
but-
sex. But it take you so serious.
How about we never even
you
exchange
know-
contact? I didn't even ask your name. We
Uh-huh,
just
that
went
one
to
day.
have sex.
That one
How
day.
many
And
men?
that one day.
6 months later,
What
we
was that?
happen
No,
to
no,
meet
no, no,
someone
no.
else.
Again.
No.
Nah, and then
So it means it will never happen.
It will never
it
happen.
can happen. But
Okay.
It will never.
my problem here is
It's
how
like 1
many
out of
men are
10.
going to settle for that.
30% out of
Exactly.
30%.
30% or no.
So 1 out of 10. Let's
Yeah.
rate it from 10. 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 will be possible that you can have a potential relationship out of the first.
Even
day
with that
sex.
one, it might be shaky.
Do you know before a man will fall in love with you?
Okay.
It shouldn't
you know
be.
how men fall in love?
No, it shouldn't be on. He shouldn't be on sex.
This guy is saying
No,
a lot
listen.
of things we are not
Listen,
seeing.
it shouldn't be on sex.
Okay.
Love ne there. Today my became although, but on each other or no that he's going to he
Do
loves you
anything better for you.
or he's going to do anything to you on a day. Forget it.
Okay.
Do you understand?
So what do we tell the people that have met for years or a year? They never had sex, but they ended up getting married. And after the first sex in that
Hey,
marriage,
on ibini what wajunum? Akro for krunechi.
really?
To wajunum
not
in
there.
this era.
I could for Kudechi, but still
In
what
this
No, my
happened?
era.
point is they met for a year, they spoke, met, went on dates, but they never had sex.
So marriage.
But they got married, and the first night they had sex, and the sex was
Bad.
another thing altogether. And then the lady decided to back off.
You shouldn't.
What do we do with people like
You know, sometimes I say this, that if the man is a good man,
that? Okay.
not so yeah, they be a sebio.
No one knew.
But some shit. I had sebio. Ebiana, nitebiano, no sir.
Okay.
That he has a small penis that
Okay.
can't satisfy you.
Okay.
And then everything is okay. But just that he doesn't know his way around it.
Okay.
I don't see anything bad for you to teach him.
Do some women have patience to teach men?
You
right
should
now?
If
have.
you don't have that patience,
You
then what,
shouldn't
what,
go into
what
the
do you want
marriage.
in life? What is your problem?
Some people don't do.
No, you should
We
have.
have sex freaks that don't
Do you
have
know-
that time at all.
Exactly. So that's the word, sex freaks.
Yeah, they don't have that time
Sex
at
freaks.
all. So on this note, can we say sex on the first date is good or not?
Sex on the first date, to me, are good?
It's not good.
To
on
me.
the moral side, it's
To
not
me.
good.
Me, dear,
Her Excellency, what do you say?
To be, it is good.
Nowadays.
when
no,
the intentions,
no,
when the intentions of the person is.
Okay,
Now, how would
we're
you know the
talking of
intentions of the
sex, you're saying
person?
intention.
How would you know the
That
intentions
is
of the
why.
person?
No, listen.
Oh, she's good.
you
She's been
tell
doing
me.
it.
Tell me.
She's been doing it.
It's not that I've been doing it. Oh, I did once and I learned my
sister,
mistake from
you're
it.
wise.
So that my Americano, Obiwa, it goes on well for him or her. And moreover, having sex with you on the first date in each other, me, I am cheap. You two, you are cheap.
Oh.
You that man too, you are cheap. Yeah, one did that. And the madam was saying
The
wada.
man did not yet can
So you are cheap.
Brown.
But do you
This
know
thing that
something?
we've been saying then, let
Yeah.
me tell you the gospel truth. My big kind of fan to myself for saying that hey, if you have sex with a man, the man doesn't lose. You, the lady, you lose.
Yes.
If you have sex with a man, the man doesn't
It's
lose.
mostly it's women who
You the lady,
we
you
are
lose.
the losing part.
You cannot block
anytime,
him. You
honestly.
can. You.
They're
Hey, listen,
sticking
you cannot
for
block.
you.
You can block
You,
him.
listen,
you can
you will lose
blacklist
when
him,
you will
but
lose.
You cannot
Listen.
unearth the F that he F'd you.
You will lose when I get to know or get to hear people talking about me. Say,
Ah, sister.
this
Whether
person
he
has
spoke
slept.
about
He
you,
has
he
used
doesn't
you.
spoke. He
That
has
is when I
left
will
you.
lose.
On one
But
hand,
listen.
He has just taken the thing out.
Hey, don't. We shouldn't lie to ourselves. Nah, sex.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
a
what
bit
did
of-
they-
you know what? Hey, boy, we use
Our women are the
And
before
But
we,
you did not
before
use
we before we
I didn't
wrap up.
use
Before we wrap up, I want you guys to know that please make sure if you know that this thing is not going to go anywhere,
Don't do
relax on it. Don't be doing it. And then let's women hold up to our value and the respect that we used to have, that our mothers were having, that they go to their homes to pick them as wives. Women, we are valuable. Don't think it's just anything. Don't follow the trend on social media or what people are saying that sex is nothing. Sex is something. The people you sleep with, you take 7 demons from them and add it to yours. And please, I'm serious. It's
7
very serious.
demons.
If you have to go spiritual about this, sex is not just sex. As we are looking at it like
be have sex and I
saw a story like that recently. Also,
and so that is why they should be very careful of who you sleep with. You don't know the person. First, sex on the
there are demons in suit too.
Yeah, it's true.
There are demons in suit. You get to see them and you think they are the best men on earth. And you guys do. Why? Like, why? Not every woman who sleep with you is cheap. That one there, for that I can stand on that fact. If a man tells you that if a man tells you if you don't sleep with me, then you don't love him, let him go. That man does not need you. He doesn't want you. Let him go. Please, let's give up our last advice on this concerning sex on the first night. Our lessons. Let's use our lessons to advise people out there, both good and bad.
Let's see her start because she has the one.
You are the one that is seeing into the future. Please see into the future.
Okay, the advice I will talk about it is if you want a man to love you and love you correctly, do not open your legs for him.
Hey.
For the first no. On the first date. On the first date.
No, but because you said
it's true.
Sex on the first date is good.
It's good when I went in and I realized I've learnt my mistake from it. It's not good for me.
But right now she asked you a question that is sex on the first date good? You said yes. So why are you saying no?
Listen.
Please advise us.
Listen.
No, you're contradicting. You're confused.
Please advise us. We don't have time on our hands, so please advise us.
You shouldn't. Get to know the person very well.
Okay.
Get to know the person very well before.
Get to know the person very well before you have sex with him on the first night.
If he loves you on your sex in that or the bedroom, he can have the sex and then.
But someone is leaving someone because of dog you.
No, and the person is not serious.
Shanzi.
You can teach the person.
Please wrap up with us.
Okay, so all I'll say today to end this show is that sex is a big deal.
Yeah.
You might say whatever you want to say. That's your own problem. I don't care. Sex is a big deal. And why do women get mad or get hurt when they have sex on the first date with a man or have sex with a man and the man tends to leave them or ghost them? Why do you get mad? If sex is nothing, tell me why you get mad.
It is a big deal.
It is a big deal. It's the man something like kind of sex today and man the most men know sister boy.
Sister, what's a boy? It
is a big deal. So what I will say is that I cannot tell you what to do.
Okay.
But take your time.
Okay.
Just take your time. Yeah, but tell me Christ. And then don't be all over a man because he's your spec, because the chemistry is working, because this and that. Some people intentionally come to your life just to taste you and go. And when they get you, they go and tell people. They are so fulfilled because that is their aim. If you allow them, it will happen. It is something that I've learned from, and I'm telling you, it's a path.
What's a path? But know that sex is actually a big deal, and know that ultimately, whether sex on the first date is driven by love, lust, or infatuation, it's essential to prioritize open communication, mutual respect, and emotional awareness. This has been the Girls Arena. We spoke about sex on the first night, whether it's love, lust, or infatuation. This show was brought to you by One King Mineral Water and OK Royal Hair BATANA Oil, which is organic. Get one and thank me later. Please like, subscribe on all our social media platform on Girls Arena, and then we'll come back your way another day. Thank you.